I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news. Live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. We're here to talk about the atrocity that just happened at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family between the Toronto Raptors that are 24 and 53 against the Milwaukee Bucks. They have to be trolling us at this point. This can't be the real Bucks that we're seeing. They have to be. They have to be trolling. They have to be trolling. There's no other explanation for what we saw today. This was bad. Very low IQ, lack of motivation, terrible turnovers. We can't hit open threes. We went absolutely cold in the fourth quarter. I think we were like 1 of 13 or something from three. Dame lost his legs in the fourth quarter. He played a ton of minutes, and he shouldn't need to against this type of team. He played 38 minutes today. This is an atrocity. I apologize, Bucks Nation, that you had to see our great Bucks team play the way they've been playing these last three games. We are 0-3 against bottom feeders. They have to be trolling us, Bucks Nation. There's no way this is the real Bucks. They have to be doing this to try to get to a certain position in the playoffs. Otherwise, nothing else makes sense. It just doesn't make sense. We can get into the numbers and do all that, but at the end of the day, we just know this team isn't playing for real. You can see it. The energy isn't there. The only person playing with energy tonight, and I hope he's earned some minutes, is Andre Jackson Jr. I think he should take almost all of Crowder's minutes and a majority of Beasley's minutes at this point. We haven't gotten anything from Crowder since he came back from that injury. He's had like 3 good games. Get him out of here. Beasley's been playing poor. Get him out of here. You get more value out of Andre Jackson Jr.'s hustle today. I mean, he was what we needed today, as far as diving on the floor, really hustling and putting your body on the line to get calls. And also, I would like to also discuss the officiating today is some of the worst that I've ever seen. The officials that come to Bucks games they should all be banned. I've never seen such bad officiating. Another team, the Toronto Raptors, shot 36 free throws. 36 free throws. Emmanuel quickly shot 14 of 15 from the free throw line. Who is he to be getting the calls that he was getting? That female ref, she should be suspended. She was awful tonight. They were giving Emmanuel quickly calls, but wouldn't give Dame those same calls at home. Is atrocious. Is atrocious. The low basketball IQ that I saw today, Dame, some of the passes in the lane, Bobby Portis, and then Middleton. Middleton can no longer play defense. Middleton can't stay in front of his man anymore. Middleton was out there getting hunted. We got to keep it real. Middleton was out there getting hunted. And y'all see, Lopez got kind of benched. Lopez played 20 minutes, had 15 points, but he got kind of benched. Lopez is slowly being kind of phased out of this lineup. And it's crazy because of the money we gave him. And now he's almost unplayable in most situations. It's really a tragedy. I do think we'll still win a championship, but this trolling that the Milwaukee Bucks are doing right now is wild. This is absolutely wild. Please get the likes up as y'all come in here. My bad for this being so late, y'all. Y'all know I was at the game, so it take me a minute to get back to the crib from Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family. But I mean, everybody was disappointed. Kids crying at Fiserv Forum. Why are they losing to this team, Daddy? Like, it was crazy. Like, this is concerning. I know Mr. Cool brought up some good points, like the year that the Golden State Warriors won a championship, they lost 7 out of their last 8. I get that, but that's still not what you want to see from your team. You don't want to see your team backing into the playoffs. That's just what it is at the end of the day. You don't want to see your squad backing into the playoffs. I mean, let's take a look at these numbers. This is crazy. Gary Trent Jr. had 31. Gary Trent Jr. had 31. Someone that averages 13 points a game, 42% shooting, got 31 on us tonight. Another guard going off. RJ Barrett over his average tonight against the Bucks. He chipped in with 26. Quickly had 25. The thing with Quickly that's wild, he only shot 12 shots and had 25 points because of free throws. Shout out to the terrible officiating crew. I hope all y'all get COVID. The whole crew, especially that little light-skinned dude that kept smiling when he was coming to the microphone. Him especially. You think this is a joke calling bad calls against the home squad? Get COVID, punk. And it wasn't like they shot the lights out 45%, 38% from three. It was the free throws. It was the free throws. Again, free throws. And we had some terrible turnovers too. Terrible turnovers. And then the three-point merchants again. 42 three-pointers is crazy. We are relying way too much on the three with this team. Way too much. And then we got to talk about Crowder. I'm done with Crowder. I'm officially off the Crowder bandwagon. He's not going to get better. He's trash. Get him out of here. 18 minutes, 4 points. Middleton had a solid game. 21 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 turnovers. Brook Lopez had 15. He played well early, but was getting kind of handled defensively. Dame had 36, but 7 turnovers is unacceptable. He did have some bad plays and some calls that didn't go his way. 7 turnovers is unacceptable from Dame. 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 of 12 from the three-point line, 12 of 14 from the free throw line. He could have easily shot 20 free throws, in my opinion. And then we started looking at the jerks. Malik Beasley, 1 of 7. Another terrible game for Malik Beasley, 3 points. Gallinari, 0 points. Bobby Porter's doing what he does, 19 and 10. He still has low basketball IQ. Connaughton played 33 minutes and gave us 4 points. AJ Green played 23 minutes and gave us 6 points. Andre Jackson Jr. only had 3 points, but he gave us a lot of hustle plays. A lot of hustle plays. Another poor shooting from the three-point line, 28%, 40. We're just playing terrible. This is almost like this is on purpose. I just can't believe we're this bad. This almost has to be on purpose. This is crazy. And I know we're better than this, and I'm hoping that we're just trying to tank to get to a certain seed, which I think is very cowardly behavior. If that's what the Bucks are doing, that's extremely cowardly behavior, and I don't condone it. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I don't condone it. Let me get to my man, the Bleacher Report boss. Was good, bro?
Man.
Before we get started, hold on 1 second. Let me shout out some of the people that's in the chat real quick. Bucks Nation, we gonna be all right, but we gotta swallow these tough pills. I don't know what else to say. Mr. Priceless was good. Sandra Stevenson was good. Emerson was good. Robert Brooks, Dre West, what it do? Mr. Cool, the legend, was good. Daniel Joseph, what it do? Joseph Macbeth, was good. Hoyt Street E, what it do, bro? Sadowski, John Jackson Jr. I see all your WFSO. I know you got the hat on, bro, but we got to eat that one. Jeff Riley was good. Shout out to the OC. Pronte was good. Contain 4 feet. Good to see you, bro. Mr. 414 was good. Bunny Poker 1 was good. Kenny Mack, AJ. Jackson McDermott was good. Gibson, Nicholas. Bahamas. What's good, sir? RJ back. Shout out to the UK. Matt Boots. Jimmy Roller. What up, bro? Shout out to Jimmy Roller. That's my guy right there. Vegas Dev. What's good? Sholo man. What's good? Simeon. What's good? All right, y'all. Let's get to this comment section. Let's chop it up with the homie Daniel real quick. Tell us how you feel, Daniel. I think they trolling us, bro.
Man, to be honest with you, I didn't get a chance to watch the game to the fourth quarter because I thought they had the game on ABC up here.
Right.
I got to watch the game, but then I didn't know Dame played the whole second half.
Yeah, he didn't have no legs in the fourth quarter. He had no legs.
And then you see Dame getting hit and smacked, and they ain't calling it. And you told me you just said, and then when I was listening to you, said that Quickly had how many rebounds? I mean, how many free throws?
15. He shot 15, 14 to 15.
How many times these referees gonna call these games like
this?
It was.
I mean, the officiating was terrible today. I'm not saying we didn't deserve to lose, but the officials definitely helped. The officials definitely helped. Like, this was terrible. The officials should be ashamed of themselves. Like, that was crazy what they was doing today. That was crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, that's crazy. I do. Hey, Mr. Cool, we appreciate the positive spin. I'm with you, but this still is hard to watch.
yeah, this is like you don't expect team like this that's supposed to be a caliber team in the play. I mean, people are laughing at us now because we lost to three straight
Straight
teams
that are
in the lot.
trash.
They're
Lottery
trash.
teams.
I don't get it. It just, I mean, Giannis needed a day off. I mean,
Right.
I'm not gonna because I remember you gotta tell the chat what you said to me this morning when I when I said Tatum's gonna play. What did you say to me this morning? He was like, "Why?"
Why? Yeah. Why is he even playing? Like, I already know. Let the young guys play. That's the only thing that's positive about this game. That Doc got to see why Adrian Griffin was so fond of Andre Jackson Jr. That's the positive from this game. I hope that now Doc sees that Andre Jackson Jr. should get in the game. That's
Hope
really
he
what
like
I hope happens now. That he really
he hope
sees that Andre
he
Jackson Jr. deserves some tick.
tonight. He had two plays where he forced the team a turnover, not even fouling them. Like
Right.
it was the one that Dame missed the shot, but that everybody was like, "See, that's what we're
Pop
talking
in,
about right
Dre.
there. The effort right there. That's what we want." And I mean, I'm looking at John Horst. Whatever happened this year, whatever happens, he got to get rid of him. He got to get rid of Jay Crowder. This, you got all these young guys. You came back. You put them in the game. They came back, and you realize that Lopez is done. He's cooked.
Yeah, Lopez is done. I knew he was done.
He
I
was
knew
cooked.
Lopez was done. Lopez cannot move at all.
He cannot he cannot move a paper basket if he wanted to. It just he and then to make it more, I mean, body ports, but he was getting cooked in the paint as well. And they just leave guys wide open. They don't know their lanes. They don't know who's switching. And then I feel bad that Dame had to be in the game that long, and then he got fouled out over
And the
a
fouls they were calling on Dame were atrocious.
horrible, horrible foul call. Like, what are you looking at? Like, what are you looking at? And then it was a part. You probably was there. It was part of the referee was like, "Stop yelling at me! I'm trying to get it right." I'm like, "No, you don't get it right."
Right. And we still seeing a lot of this. We still seeing a lot of this. My bad. Hey, Prate, they still
I'm tired. I'm tired of that. I am
I'm so tired of this. My bad. Yeah,
tired.
my bad, my bad. And then point
It's,
we're making
it's,
stupid mistakes. We're showing very low basketball IQ. Like I said, I do think we'll win a championship. I'm not concerned. I just don't like backing into the playoffs. I think you should go into the playoff with some positive mojo, not just think you're just gonna hit some type of switch and then all of a sudden to go Super Saiyan and grow the tail and just
I,
start wilding on people. That's usually
Doc,
not how it works. You know what I'm saying?
I think Dogny has to make a risky move and start playing these young guys in the playoffs because the writing's on the wall right there. These last 4 games, we lost like 5 out of 6 games.
Yeah.
And you had no Ajax in the game. You had no AJ Green, but these guys are younger and hungrier. They want to go
Right.
get it. And you got these other guys laughing and hee after you lose again. Like, you know what? I couldn't be in that locker room. I could not be in that locker room talking about, oh, we'll get in the playoffs. No, we fighting it at that point. I'm gonna be. I remember I was in 6th grade playing football, and I remember we lost the game, and God was just laughing. Like, we laughing about it. He's like, well, we'll get them next time. I'm just like, no. Like, look, ain't no nothing to laugh about. We lost the game. We should have won. I don't care who had that guy covered or who did this. And then, like, well, don't worry about it. We get it. And they, no.
Yeah, you need some
We got to get it
passion. You
right.
just need some passion, bro. They need some passion, some energy. I feel like they doing this on purpose. This look like trolling. Shout out to B Shack, what's good, and Daniel. Shout out to y'all. Hey, you know what? My bad. Salute the Bucks Nation too. Appreciate y'all tapping in. You know we doing a vampire stream today. Go ahead, B Shack, cook, man.
Okay. I,
Hey, what's going on, Daniel?
how you
Amara, how
doing?
you doing?
All right, bro.
Listen, I watched the you guys the other night. I just didn't have the heart to call in, man. I was listening to you guys and listening to Mr. Cool, listening to all you
Mr.
guys
C.
cook,
Yeah.
and it's painful right now, man. You want to be able to say something good about your team,
Right.
and right now, this has to be three of the worst losses in a row that
The
I've
bottom
ever
feeders.
seen a contending team ever have.
Correct.
You cannot get three worse, more embarrassing losses. The Raptors just ended a 15 game losing streak.
Losing streak. Facts.
Guys are looking for us. They're anxious to play us. Here is what I believe. I believe that that at their ceiling, the Bucks ceiling is that of a very good team. They're not a great team. I only think that that level of being very good can be achieved when you have your full complement of players, especially Dame, Giannis, and Middleton on the floor together. Anything
Facts.
less than that, we go from a very good team all the way down, and this isn't hard to say, a below average team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bisha got.
Without all three of those guys, even if you have two of the three, we are probably a below average team. And it's because our team lacks speed, athleticism, and players that can go create
Their own
their
shot.
own.
Yep.
It's like you got a
And
bunch of guys that are very limited. You have a team full of limited players. Very few players can shoot, dribble, uh, and pass. Um, and here's the thing, man. Um, Dame, great player, but just seems not to be able to put it together anymore like he used to for 48 minutes. Middleton literally has no athleticism left.
None.
He's got to be really feeling good that day. His legs got to be feeling good. You gotta get up on the right side of the bed. Everything got to be right for him to have a good game. And Giannis, as great as he is a limited player. He's great
Mm.
at what he does. He's great at getting to the basket, but he's limited. So uh, what you have is a team that is only very good if everybody is on the court and everybody is playing their role. And I think the problem right now is there is nothing in these games that motivate them to play.
I,
Nothing. They
no,
they can't get up the energy to play.
but that might be fine. Okay, I agree with you with the starters, but what about the role players and bench players? Shouldn't that be the time they want to step up? Our bench is not giving us anything in about 2 weeks. Besides Portis. Besides
and
Portis, we can't even get 30 points from the bench.
that's the big problem, big
That's a
issue there.
problem. You got to be able to get something from the bench. And
And
Bobby
this
plays
was
starter minutes, so I figure Bobby more as a starter than a bench player to keep it real, just
that's what
because of the minutes he plays.
I think that Bobby's more of a star than anybody because you need his scoring. You need it. Like at that point, you can't even trust Bobby. You can't trust Lopez to get anything. So you
You
gotta
can't
put
trust
Bobby
Beasley right now either. Beasley's in a terrible slump. Beasley's in a
horrible.
terrible slump.
He
Go
missing
ahead, B
open.
Shack.
Well, I think part of the problem, and listen, everybody's not gonna like this because I know this is the Bucks Nation, it's greatest chat online,
Mhm.
but I have to call it the way I see it. And and I think one of the problems is this. Um, Too many guys on the team don't seem to hate losing enough.
Mm.
Yeah, I
And
see it.
and, and part of the problem is Giannis is too nice. Giannis is the best player. I, one thing about Kobe and Mike, some of those players, as a role player, you wouldn't dare uh, slack off or play nonchalant because as the best player, you would get in their face and say, you're not going to do that here.
Right.
If I'm playing hard, you're going to play hard. If I play hard, you're going to play hard. Y'all should be ticked off. And I don't use words like this, but I'm going to say it because I feel it. He should be pissed off
Right.
um, because he plays so hard and the rest of them don't. Man, some furniture needs to be moving in the locker room.
Thank you. I've been Go ahead, B Shaq. Cook, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, because right now nobody seems to have a problem with losing, and now people are starting to question Giannis's leadership. Not saying it's Giannis's fault,
Right.
but they're like, why are these guys so comfortable with slacking off? When Giannis's reputation used to be one of, he plays hard every single play. You know, the team goes as he goes. So I think right now, fundamentally, the team is flawed as far as the roster, as far as the athleticism,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the speed, and now for the first time, I think it's flawed as far as the character is concerned.
I'm agreeing with that. Bucks Nation,
There's
get
a
the lights up.
character there's a character problem right now because you should have enough pride as a professional, as a
Thank
team
you.
that's supposed to have championship DNA. These last three, for each player on that team, these are probably the three worst losses of their entire careers. I don't care
Facts.
what team they've come from, even if they came from a losing team. If you would have told me they would have lost three games in the beginning of the year or in the middle of the year, if you'd have told me they would have lost 3 games in a row like this to these teams, I wouldn't have believed you. I wouldn't have believed you. Now, the good thing about tonight, it took them a while to see the situation for what it was, but they were so much out hustling us and out speeding us. Doc finally put Ajax in.
Thank
Fine.
you.
He put Ajax in
Finally.
because he had to. That was his only chance. That was his only chance to keep up with them. And Ajax, I am so glad. Oh, I'm so glad that he played a good game tonight. And I'm so glad that Giannis was demonstratively animated in his encouragement of him talking him up, coaching him up on the sideline. Because I think what Giannis was trying to do, which again, Giannis is too much. Giannis needs to speak his mind.
Right.
I think he wants Doc to play Ajax more. But he
I
needs
saw.
this. He needs to come out and say it. Yo, we need this dude on the floor to try to match some of this young energy out here because we don't have guys that can move their feet. We don't have guys that can jump. How many guys on the team besides Giannis can throw an alley oop to?
Got that many.
Ajax.
Ajax, though, he can jump over
That's it.
somebody.
That's
He
it.
can.
Bobby P can barely dunk. Bobby P layup package is terrible. Bobby P, I don't know how many bunnies he's missed this year not dunking. Even the dunk he had was a struggle dunk.
He was
We have no athleticism on this team. We I want Jay Crowder bench. I want him next to Thanasis. We've tried the experiment. It didn't work. He's trash. Gallo should not be getting any minutes. That is a tragedy that he even played 6 minutes in the game. Why are you playing Gallo? You're telling me you can't get more out of Marjan Beauchamp than you can get out of Gallo? This is why you keep getting fired, Doc Rivers, because you're a dummy. You keep doing the same stuff, getting you fired, playing these old cats, thinking they gonna save you. You need a mix of veteran leadership and you need youth. You can't have all veterans and no youth. It's not going to work.
I
The last
agree.
time that happened was the Spurs, and they still
Yeah,
had some youth.
I totally agree. I totally agree. That's a problem with Doc. It's a stubbornness in Doc. But But switching gears a little bit, I wish Giannis would have punched Bobby in the chest tonight.
Bobby
He
is a
should have. Listen, at the end of the game, see Bobby be on the low key losing his cool and doing stupid stuff. When
mm-hmm.
he
Yeah.
when he grabbed Olenek tonight, just grabbed him for no reason, got a foul call. We're coming down crunch time, and then he's gonna push the dude at the end of the game. Come on, man. You need you. I don't care. You're still a role player. You
Right.
may be our sixth man. You're still a role player. You can't lose your cool and give the team easy points and extra fouls, getting us in the penalty. And so let me tell you something, man. I'm all about being, people being fired up, but you got to understand time of the game and you have to understand the situation. You can't
Thank
do
you.
stupid stuff at the end of the game. And
Just say
Bobby's
what it is,
supposed
B
to
Shaq.
do.
Bobby P got basketball IQ. Just say what it is, B Shaq. That you trying to dance around the subject
Just
and,
say,
and PC it and do all of this fly. No, no, no. Bobby P can score. He just has low basketball IQ. That's it. It is what it is. He has low IQ. It is true.
And he gonna give you this.
Right. He gonna give you that. I love Bobby. I love Bobby energy, but Bobby got low basketball IQ. Bobby will dribble it back and back. It'll be AJ Green wide open, Dave wide open for three. He to trick a
Yeah,
layup. Shout
he's
out
a
to him
black
though.
he's a black hole on
Thank
offense,
you.
and hot, he's great. When he's off, he doesn't bring much value to the team because
He
he doesn't
doesn't.
really play defense. And listen, Eliza, I appreciate her enthusiasm. But listen, I I don't know why she's defending Pat so much. Pat be doing a lot of fake
oh,
hustle. He don't know how to fight over screens. The guys be going Pat. He be playing catch up half the time on defense, and then when he's lost a guy over in the corner, he does this. He jumps like way out the gym and goes
all
up
every
past the
day.
guy.
You're not even in the play anymore at that point. You're not even
Yeah,
there.
he's listen. He's not as he's not as fun. He's not to me. He's not fundamentally sound
Mm-hmm.
because he be doing all sorts of stupid stuff, and he makes up for it because he has a little bit of athleticism, and but that athleticism, to me, what how many yeah 33, 34 minutes tonight, 4 points. Come on, man. Come on,
He
man.
played. Let's see here. Yeah, Connaughton played 33 minutes and had 4 points, and he was 0
Yeah,
for 4 from three.
just because you hustle doesn't mean you're good, man. I'm sorry. Just because you hustle, man. Just because you hustle, man. You Charlie hustle. That don't mean nothing, man. I mean, you make a 3-pointer every once in a while. Every once in a while, you hit a three. Most of the time, you missing threes that we need you to hit. So
He
many
missed some
times,
wide
ball out.
open threes. It was
Oh,
nobody by him tonight. Nobody was by him tonight.
They stepping away from him. They let him shoot it. They're like, oh, he ain't hitting this. They get red rebound.
Let's look. Hold on one second. Let me just put this on the screen, y'all. I'm gonna just show Pat's last few games here. Pat's last few games: 4 points, 6 points, 15 points, 4 points, 3 points.
You gotta go. You gotta go. I'm sorry, Eliza, that how can you defend that? He's not like, well, he
He has
hustles.
he has one good game like every 10. He's in double figures, double figures, double figures. Three
That's what I'm
points.
trying.
Not. I mean, I
he's a
just don't know.
glorified.
He's not bringing any value right
He's a
now.
he's a. I'm gonna say it, man. He's a glorified scrub, man. That's what it is. He's a glorified scrub. And just like Daniel said, in the words of the great late Robin Harris, gotta go, gotta go,
Right.
Gotta go.
gotta
And the
go.
other thing we got to talk about too, and I was talking to it with Amtrak. Our offensive sets look terrible.
They're
Our
not there.
offense looks terrible. I don't even notice the plays that we're running if we're running any plays. All I see is simple people calling for picks. I don't really see any plays being run. And if they are being run, they're being run very late in the shot clock. We just don't look like we know what we're doing offensively.
It's pretty much too many.
Defensively, it's just it's a lack of athleticism. Offensively, it's lack of execution. If there is a game plan, I don't really see it. So that is my concern offensively, is that I don't see any sets being run. I don't really see what we're trying to get done. And then people are not dedicating themselves to setting good screen. I watched Bobby just stand next to somebody. He literally just stood next to somebody. Instead of giving a screen, he just kind of stood there. They ran. I was like, what are you? We just don't execute well. 1 second, y'all. Let me get this super chat off. Hold on. I know more than you. What's good, bro? Appreciate the $10 super chat. So even though Giannis plays hard, all the old dudes is like, we ain't trying to do all that. If Horst had built a young team around Giannis, then we wouldn't have been able to be more like Kobe and MJ. Yeah.
Hey, we got that right now. Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
We play a young team. Like this is what I was thinking all week. The Packer team had some guts and got rid of Aaron Jones. They're like, you know what? We trying to win Super Bowl now. And this is back to your point, B Shaq, with Giannis, leadership. The Packers pretty much like, you know what? We'll be the bad guys. We're gonna get rid of Aaron Jones because we're trying to win a championship right now.
They got rid of Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and Devontae Adams.
A
All
year before,
older players that were still good, and then revamp with youth. That's exactly what the Bucks need to do. We got to be honest, Bucks Nation, and be honest with what we see. Winning a championship will be cool this year, but that should be a lot of these cats' swan song. That means Crowder need to go. We got to keep it real. Crowder's done. Pat Connaughton needs to go. What he does isn't worth it anymore. Beasley needs to be gone. He's not.
it's out here.
If he's not hitting, he's useless. If he's not hitting, he's useless. We got to keep it real. Those three are high on my priority list. And then my other people I would like to be gone, and I'm gonna keep it real, and I've been saying that, is Lopez has to go this offseason. I don't care if it's for a young developing big, he has to go. He's the style of NBA has passed him by. It's passed him by.
That's not.
It
He's a
just
dinosaur.
is what it is. And Middleton no longer he can't stay in front of anybody. If you didn't notice, if you were paying attention, Middleton was being hunted on defense.
Yeah.
As much as y'all talk about Dame don't get hunted on defense. They were hunting Middleton on defense, hunting Lopez on defense. They couldn't wait to get him in a pick and roll. Bobby as well. We got old players that can't move their feet, and that's why it looked so crazy. It looked like when Andre Jackson Jr. was in the game. It looked like he was playing at fast forward, and everybody else is playing at regular speed. He was playing at fast forward. That is the difference with youth.
And they got irritated. He saw that they got irritated with them. Like the rappers get mad at him.
He was giving RJ Barrett that problem because he could stay with them. And that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta have that youth. Even to keep it real, AJ Green was playing good defense, but the rest was doing a number 2 on him. He should have had 2 to 3 charges. 2 to 3 charges. Like, it was just ridiculous. He gotta get past this veteran thing, because I'm telling you, Jay Crowder is done. He has nothing left in the tank. His tank is on E. Monolondo, appreciate the $2 super chat. I'm not surprised we lost tonight. Turned off on the third quarter. Yeah, this team, they're phoning it in. Like I said, I believe we'll win a championship, but I don't want that to save some of these players. Don't fall for it again. You fell for it and paid Middleton all that money. You paid Lopez that money. We win a championship. Do not run it back. This team cannot run it back with this same roster. We cannot run it back. This roster has to get rebooted. A real reboot. I don't care about how much y'all like Lopez. He got to go. I don't care about how much y'all like Middleton. He got to go. That's a grown man. They won't even allow him to play back-to-back games. Middleton, anytime he fall or he bend down, you worried he going to get hurt. Why would you want that on your roster? He's not an asset. And to keep it 100% real, y'all want the real truth? Since
Go
Middleton
ahead.
came back, our offense has been worse.
Fact.
Go look it up. We've been worse since Middleton came back. We still haven't figured out how to bring him into the fold. You know why? Because he can't play back to backs. He can't do this. He can't do that. He can't play if the water in Fiserv form ain't 80 degrees Celsius and it's 32 plus degrees outside. He can't play.
I can't play. No, I can't do it.
Well, this is well. There's a lot there. Let me say this first of all. I think the only thing that would justify not breaking this team up is if they got into the playoffs and all of a sudden it all came together. It all came together. And they went either to the conference finals or they went to, they played well in the conference finals. I'm talking about taking Celtics to 6 or 7 games, or they got to the championship. I think they get to the championship, I think they're going to feel like, because of the contract situation, they got to keep the core together at least one more year. However, I think they need to start in this offseason revamping this roster. But John Horst has a team in such a bad state with no
Look at the
draft,
comment. Mm-hmm.
with Lopez, with Middleton's contract. It's just he really's got us out there on a limb, man. And he really deserves to get fired because I
Facts.
think he's mismanaged this roster. And it would be one thing if it's just salaries, but we have an old roster. You put no athleticism on this team, and it's like inexcusable. And Ajax, one thing I notice about our team is they don't cut. Ajax is the only one
Thank you.
that cuts and sets multiple screens on each play. There's like no activity. And as far as the offense is concerned, it being worse than Middleton, here's what I'm hoping, Amara. I'm hoping that since Dame, Giannis, and Chris have had such little time together, that when the playoffs come, or maybe a couple of games going into the playoffs, when they start playing together, and I think most of the sets, reason why the sets are crazy right now, I think most of the stuff put in is for Dame, Giannis, and Chris. I think
Okay.
once you take them out, offense looks really crazy. But I'm hoping and praying that playing together, the fact that there are no back-to-backs in the playoffs, so Middleton will play every single game, that this team will find something, a sense of urgency. But somebody needs to tell them, somebody needs to come down from the owner needs to come down and tell them, if y'all don't get it done this year, they're going to be changed. There's going to be changes.
Facts.
Something needs to happen. They need to be told something because they're too comfortable right now. They're
They
too
are.
comfortable,
Yeah.
just playing lackadaisical. And then in the post game interviews, none of them, not Giannis, nobody is acting like they're upset. It's really
It's disheartening.
disheartening.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, 1 second. So I just want to shout out WFSO. He got the hat on, so y'all already know what that means. It's very unfortunate that he got the hat on. I don't know if you know the rules, B
Yeah.
Shaq. If we lose 2 in a row, WFSO got to put on the hat, bro. You got to.
Oh
You
Agreed.
got.
Lord. Oh
I didn't
Lord.
do it last time. I didn't do it last time though,
Yeah, no,
because
you
I was
did.
just
You
so
did.
upset.
Hey, Daniel, let me tap you out for me. I'm gonna tap in Dr. Smith real quick.
Oh, he about to cook. All right,
All
man.
right,
Oh, here we go.
all
Here we
right,
go.
all right.
Here we
I'm
go.
gonna tap
All
you in a minute. All right, Daniel. Shout out to the Bleacher Report boss. All right, I'm gonna tap you in, Doc Smith, and then I'm gonna tap you in a minute, Kel. I see you in the chat. Appreciate you.
It's
What
good
up? What
chat.
up,
What's going
sir?
on? What's
What
happening?
up? What up? Look, before you get started though, let me let
Yeah.
WFSO get his off, and then I'm gonna have. Then we gonna spin the block to you, Dr. Smith. Go ahead, WFSO.
Like, I don't know what to say. For the first time in a long time, I'm lost for words of this game. It's you see, I can't even get the words out. The game was just so bad. I'll just blame the players on this one for not, executing or shooting too many threes and not
Man, the threes.
passing it just to get mid-range.
Yeah, the
It's
threes is getting
horrible.
crazy. You lagging a little bit, WFSO. So I'm gonna let you get yours out. Then I'm gonna tap you out and then tap you back in. You lagging a little bit, but go ahead, finish your statement.
I guess my point is like they got to do something in the off season. They really have to do something
Mm-hmm.
because they should not be losing this many games with a team they got. But then again,
Facts.
like y'all mentioned earlier, old veteran players, just crazy.
I don't. I just think they're doing it on purpose. I think they trolling because I know we not that bad. I know we not
No,
this
we
bad.
ain't.
I know we not this bad. This is just ridiculous. This is just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna be all right when the playoffs come. But like I said, you shouldn't be backing into the playoffs. You should want to go into the playoffs with some positive mojo. You want to go into the playoffs with some form of identity. I don't know what it is that we do. What is our calling card? When you
We
play the Bucks,
lose.
what is it that we do besides allow guards to get 30, 40 points on us? That's what we do. We allow guards to cook us. If you a half decent guard, you can get 30 on us.
Dear season. Dear
This
season.
is this is you get 30 on us. That's our identity. And
Yeah, they probably
that's
have to
actually
go
what's
back.
crazy. I don't know. Somebody got the live on. If you could turn the volume down, because I can hear myself in the live. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is, but so that's like a big problem. We have no identity. But go ahead, start cooking, Mr. Smith.
I mean, I've said this before. Like, sometimes there's a play in the game that ends up being, for me, the microcosm of the entire. I look at that play and describe the rest of the game based off that. So for me, coming down to the closing moments of the game, quickly try to dribble
Mm-hmm.
around Bobby Portis. I mean, the play was talked about already. B-Shack had pointed it out, right? And Bobby Portis fouls him. He obviously fouls him, right? Now, quickly went on the ground and kind of made a production of it. Whether he made a production of it or not, it was an obvious foul. Bobby
Right.
Portis had the nerve to come back on the court and whisper something in Quickly's ear, like Quickly did something wrong. Here's the problem with all of this, right? When you are a perpetually soft team like the Bucks have become, you don't know what it's like to play tough basketball. And so you try to manufacture it with fake
Mm.
tough, right? That's completely unnecessary. This is why I had to keep caveating in previous statements that I want people to play physical. I don't want people to play dirty,
Right.
because that
There's a
play
difference.
shows you the difference. When you cannot play tough, hard-nosed basketball, you try to manufacture it with the fake tough guy stuff. We ended up being down by 5 with just over a minute left with that stupid play. When they Yeah. showed the camera on Bobby Portis held his head down as if recognizing it himself, but then came on the court and had something to say to Quickly. That's problem number 2. You're deflecting. You don't know when the problem is. No one jumped in his case. No
Right.
one had one of the players that I used to really enjoy watching football was Steve Smith Sr., right? Because he'll let you know right there on the sideline. He didn't care if the camera was on you. He didn't care if your parents were there in the first row and they could hear everything that he's saying to you right then and there. It's stupid.
Right.
It's stupid. You're perfectly okay with doing stupid stuff on the court. At what point
do you stop and you say to yourself, we have to arrest this fall? Because no one in their right mind thinks that the Raptors are better than us, but they beat us. No one in their right mind thinks that the Wizards are better than us,
But
but
they
they beat
beat
us.
us. Mm-hmm.
No one in their right. Who else won the other night? The Grizzlies without Ja Morant. Without Ja Morant. Without Ja Morant. Like I said, it's you can't shame them into playing better because these guys are perfectly fine looking the way
Accepting
that they.
failure. Right.
I can't relate to that. I
Right.
can't relate to that. I
One
can't
second,
relate.
Dr. Smith. Hey,
Okay.
WFSO, I'm gonna tap you out for a minute. I got Kel. He been waiting for a minute. Let me tap you out. I'm gonna tap you back in a minute. All right, bro.
So I'm left to try and figure out what to make of this, right? Because I don't think that I don't think that we are as bad as we're playing, but I have lost. If I'm being honest, I have lost faith in our ability to just dictate to other teams. I have. You don't play like this, and I'm left as a fan to constantly make excuses for these guys
It's
at
getting
this point.
tiring. It's getting
To
tiring.
feel like you know what I mean, and I'm running out of excuses. It's becoming more and more difficult to convince myself. You know, when you're lying to yourself, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to kind of keep. It's becoming harder and harder to lie to myself about how good this team really is. We're not going to athletically overpower anyone.
Facts.
That is not necessarily a bad thing. That's just a reality. For us to beat teams, we have to be intelligent. We have to anticipate. We have to do our homework. We have to be at the spot before the other player gets to the spot because we're not athletic enough to chase people
But that
down
would
if they
take
beat.
high basketball IQ.
This is exactly my point. Do we look right now like a team that can beat another squad playing chess? Because it is possible. The Nuggets did it last year. The Nuggets weren't a physically overpowering
Mm-hmm.
team. They have physical specimens on their team. Don't get me wrong. Aaron Gordon's a beast. And I
Right.
know that Jokic looks like a big doughboy, but he's a load to deal with
Right.
and does use his weight to his advantage. But the rest of that team isn't like physically overpowering. They're long, but they're
They
not going to
execute
beat,
though, but they
but they
execute.
execute exactly. Years ago, again, I keep using the Spurs as an example. That team that beat the Heat, because that is one of my favorite teams, single season teams of all time. Right? They weren't physically overpowering people. Ginobili was on his last legs. Tony Parker was on his last legs. Tim
Tim
Duncan was
Duncan
on
was
his last.
way past his prime and still
Right at
talking.
that point, they were exactly they were
But you know
transitioning
what you
to.
haven't said though, Dr. Smith, about that team? They had a lot of pride. That Spurs team was all pride and heart.
As
Pride
an
and heart will take you a long way.
and we're locked in and focused. And as a professional athlete, it is hard to look at a team that appears to have no pride, no self-awareness, no sense of shame, no get up and go, no nothing.
Not the sense of
Just
shame. That sounds like
no
my
sense of
mom
shame.
talking to me. You have some
No,
shame, boy.
you're not
That
ashamed of the way you look.
right,
You're not ashamed of the way you look. At what
right.
point do you get tired of it yourself? Like, you know what I mean? We've mentioned all. We're saying the same things over and over and over again, right? With some of when we're singling out certain players, right? How long has Pat Connaughton been doing this useless flyby version of this defense?
Fly by Pat. Fly by Pat.
Keeps doing it though.
All right, fly by
Keeps doing it
Pat.
though. But he keeps doing it. All it doesn't. You could be a mid basketball player, pump fake, and he's out to play. He's
He's
gone,
out
and
the play. Facts.
you just watch him by. I'm serious. I'm wondering why more people don't talk to him as he flies by. Like, you stupid. Look at you.
Right.
And then just shoot the three over him. Nobody's
Yep.
afraid of us. Nobody's intimidated by us. If basketball is about confidence and
Mhm.
momentum, every team that comes into Milwaukee feels like they could get it done against us. It is very similar to the years that the Packers used to be undefeated in Lambeau Field until Michael Vick came up and he did it.
Yeah.
And then another team did it. And then another team did it. And then the floodgates opened up. And then all of a sudden, no one was. The
Fair.
mystique of the frozen tundra
Was
playing them in
done.
the playoffs was gone. The mystique of the Bucks are gone. And
They
it's
got to earn it back. They have to earn it back. They got the playoffs to earn it back. But I know my man Kel been waiting. Kel, go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's going on, y'all? What's up, B
Man, it's been
Shack
a minute.
and Mr.
Yeah,
Smith,
Kel,
Dr.
it's
Well,
been
no,
Smith,
a
excuse
minute,
me.
bro. It's been a minute. Salute, bro. Been a minute. Go ahead and tell us how
Yeah,
you feel,
man.
bro. Yeah.
Man, like I said, man, daggone. This team could, keyword could, win a championship. Me personally, I doubt it. I feel like too much stuff is going on in this season. Like from
Just the
hiring
turmoil.
AG, trading for Dame, all that, firing AG, hiring Doc coming and saying his little things in the media sound like he preparing for when the team loses, so he has his excuses right and together. Like just
That's
too much has been happening, huh?
he right. No, you're right. Hey, you're right.
Uh,
You're right.
yeah, like too much has been happening. But like like I said, man, yeah, we're old and slow. I said, you know, Doc needs to sit up there and play the young guys more. Look at how the
Ajax.
energy shifted when Ajax got into the night. Look
Ajax
at
looked
those hustle plays
incredible.
that Ajax made.
Yeah, he looked incredible
Like,
today. Let me ask y'all
and
this,
I'm
Kel. So whose minutes are you taking away to let Ajax get some more minutes? Whose minutes are you taking away?
I'm taking Pat, man. I'm taking this year's George Hill's minutes, man. I'm taking Pat.
He called this
I'm
man
taking
George
Pat.
Salute.
He,
This man
I
on
told I
George.
told you, man. He's this year's George Hill, man. He played 25, 30 minutes a night, give you 3 to 5 points. Come on now. Consistently. Come
Yeah,
on now.
bro. Hey, I'm thinking more Crowder. I say Pat Connaughton's been playing better than Crowder. I would
Say that
say
again. I'm
Crowder
sorry.
minute. I feel like Crowder needs some DNPs. He's not hitting
That
shots. He's
that
not
too.
playing defense. Like I think he needs some DNPs. I'm cool on Crowder.
See,
That
for
too.
me,
That too.
You said
I would have
Lopez?
said Brooke Lopez. Right. And they would have said, well, that doesn't make any sense. Ajax is not a big man. And my retort is, neither is Brooke Lopez.
Yeah,
Damn,
I
Brooke.
can see what you're saying.
We don't
Yeah,
have
you're
I
not
can see what
wrong.
you're
What
saying.
you're saying that's valid. It's just unfortunate if that makes sense. What you're saying is
we
the
don't have
truth.
the
It's just
Yeah.
unfortunate that that's real. You know what I'm saying?
how many
7
rebounds did he
footer.
get today?
Who? Lopez
Brooke
had
Lopez, how many
Bro,
15 points, but in 20 minutes, but he was starting to get
how
cooked
many
in pick and rolls. He was starting to get
how many
cooked,
how,
so
rebounds
he got bent. He only played 20 minutes.
how many boards?
and how many rebounds did he have?
Lopez had 4 rebounds. Lillard had
Four.
5 rebounds. Middleton had 5 rebounds. Crowder had 5 rebounds. Yeah. Oh,
He had
Connaughton had
he had
4 rebounds, and
four.
Andre Jackson in 16 minutes had 4 rebounds.
Brooke had four more rebounds than me. Four.
Yeah.
How,
Yeah.
how many rebounds did he have last game? Let's make Brooke Lopez feel good about him. How many rebounds did he have last game? I
Let me
feel like
see. Let me see.
but
I'm
this
looking
is
up now. Hold on. I'm about to let you know. Hold on 1 second. He need to get a haircut. That might be the problem. Let's see. Rebounds. Oh, he had 10 rebounds last game, but the game before that he had 2 rebounds. Then 3 rebounds, 5 rebounds, 6 rebounds, 3 rebounds.
so in 3 games he has 16 rebounds in 3 games. That's a little over 5 rebounds a game. That's his average, and that's because he had a breakout performance in, in the previous game before this.
He averages
We don't have
5.3 rebounds. He averages 5.3 rebounds.
listen, if
But
I
that's
wanted
that's
to,
about what he averages for a career though. That goes back to the Jersey days. He ain't never been a great rebounder ever. But yeah, but
um,
look, I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on this real quick if I could.
Mm-hmm.
So from what I'm seeing, from how where this team is going right now, is like many other championship teams have went in the past, where you sit up here, you win a championship, or either you're on the cusp of winning the championship, knocking at the door, and you keep on wanting to run the team back, keeping the vets, letting the young guys, you know what I'm saying, rot on the bench, not developing the young guys,
Talk
and
to him.
then your team ages out. You have to end up trading your superstar because he wants to go, you know what I'm saying, compete for a championship, and your team isn't affording him that luxury anymore. And you got to sit up here and rebuild. Like we seen it with um the Bulls in 98, 98, 99. You seen it with the Spurs once Tim retired. Like that went downhill fast. They had it set up nice until, you know, they let Kawhi, you know, they pissed Kawhi off. He wanted to leave, but they had that set up nice. We're seeing it now with the Warriors, with Steph, Clay, and Dre. And they had that set up real nice with the young guys they had. And they traded all of them away, and the other ones that they kept let them right on the bench. Like, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all feel like how like I feel like that's where this team is headed towards because we're not developing the young guys?
It's
Can
definitely
I can,
hurting us.
can I respond to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Um, I think this summer is very critical,
Mm-hmm.
and but I also look at players that we did have. Do you see what Dante DiVincenzo is doing in New York right now?
Mm-hmm.
Sam
I mean,
Merrill in Cleveland.
he has come into his own right now. He is stroking the three. He's always been high energy on defense. He's always been a guy to make things happen. Listen, Grayson Allen had athleticism and he could shoot. Um, I the, we should never have lost as much athleticism as we did. It's mismanagement of the roster. But to answer your question, I think even if it means taking a step back, if it means going from being number two in the rankings down to 6 or 7, I think it's worth. I think it's worth doing it right now because if you don't do something to show that you want this team to have some viability in the future, uh, you're going to have to be wondering what Giannis is going to do because he wants to win. He wants to
Right.
win, and right now, I think we're going to be in that second apron, or close to that second apron, with going into next year. And once you get that second apron, you're hamstrung. You
Mm-hmm.
can't even put deals together. So somehow, some way, and I don't know because if you just cut someone away from someone, you still got to eat the salary, right?
All right. Some of it. Some of
Yeah.
it. A portion
Yeah,
of it.
it's going to be hard. It's going to be. Here's the problem. It's going to be hard to make anything with that's when you know it's been mismanaged. When you have yourself hamstrung, that's the
Fair
problem.
point.
But it does need to get younger though. But I don't know. I don't know how.
You know what else need to
Yeah.
happen, B Shack? You know what else need to? Hey, y'all get the likes up here. We doing a late live stream here, Bucks Nation. It's only 50 likes up in here. It's 100 of y'all in here. We don't get close. We need to be up at 70, 80 likes. If y'all don't hit this like button for the free 99, y'all getting all this good game for these legendary people on this screen right now. You got B Shack, you got Dr. Smith, you got Kel, we got Pronte in the wings. He about to tap in here. Y'all getting great information from the heart and the truth. All we asking is for the free 99 to hit the like button. Come on, y'all. Continue, carry on. Ridiculous. Hit the like button.
But yeah, but that was just like where my thought process is with it, because like y'all had stated earlier in the live, we got you stuck with Brooke and the way how it looks right now. You're stuck with Brooke. You're stuck with Chris. You know what I'm saying? You got uh Pat Connaughton on the team for however long. I don't even know how long his contract did. I think it's like a 3-year deal or something like that. You know, you got Giannis in his prime. Bobby is in his prime. Everybody else, literally everybody else, other than the young bucks, are on the wrong side of 30.
Mm-hmm.
And you won't play the young bucks. for whatever the reason. Like I feel like you got 2 hits in the draft with Ajax and Marjan. I know a lot of people don't like Marjan like that. They're low on Marjan. He ain't showed enough for some people.
He ain't
But
got
I
enough
feel like
time.
if he got, yeah, exactly. I feel like if he got enough consistent minutes, he could show something. Cause the last game, what was it? Who we played last? The Wizards, I think it was, or
Mm-hmm.
was it the Grizzlies? The Wizards. So
Oh,
if y'all
Grizzlies is the
remember,
last game. Wizards was the
oh,
previous. And just to show
okay,
y'all
yeah, the
something
Gri-
real quick, and then I'm gonna tap you in a minute, Pronte. But I just wanted to put this on the screen real quick, just so y'all see this. Check this out. So I got the Buck salaries up here. So we definitely can get rid of Crowder. This is his last year. We don't have him for next year, so he'll be gone. We know Beasley will be gone. So that's two roster spots we know that'll be open, and that's about 6 million right there, right? And then Connaughton, I think we would be able to trade him because I think that's a player option that he has. Yeah, it's a player. Oh, he would probably take the player option. He's a punk. He'll probably take the player option, but we might be able to trade him. So we will see here. But it's more than likely just because of Connaughton, how his contract is constructed, he could be back. But then Lopez is actually tradable next year because a team will want to get that 23 million off of the books. So he's definitely movable. So we can, just by looking at this, we should have a little wiggle room. So a team will take Lopez just for the, you know what I'm saying, for the financial. You know what I'm saying? So there is room to move, and even Middleton should be tradable too, because he only had, if we go into next year, you have that, then he has a player option, but we should be able to trade him as well. So I do think we got some wiggle room, gentlemen. I do think we got some wiggle room. I feel like we can make some moves happen. Now I
Yeah,
don't
I
think we
right.
think
got draft picks, but we can make some stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? But Kel, let me let you get your last words, and I'm gonna tap in Pronte here. Go ahead, Kel.
Okay. All right. But yeah, like I was just about to say, like the last game versus the Grizzlies, you remember Ajax had the 2 bunnies. He missed both of them. And then he came down on the other end. He fouled somebody.
Got
Doc
yanked.
yanked him quick.
Yep.
Yanked them quick. I said, man, how are the young guys, aside from AJ Green, going to be able to build confidence like that if we're out here scared to make mistakes? Because as soon as we make a mistake, man, Doc gonna pull us.
Right, but you ain't pulling Crowder. You're not pulling Connaughton. You're not pulling Beasley when they do stupid stuff. Completely agree with you. Shout out to Kel, man.
Like for real. But yeah, but I ain't gonna hold it up though, man. I'll go
Uh,
ahead and let Pronte get in.
uh,
I'll see y'all.
I appreciate you, Kel. Yeah, man. Stay
Salute, bro.
tapped in, bro. Appreciate you. All right, Kel.
Salute.
Pronte about to tap you in, sir. There you go. What up, Pronte?
Salute, salute.
You on mute. There you go.
Yeah, what up, y'all?
What
How
up?
was the
What up?
game?
What's happening? What's
Gang
happening?
right, gang right.
They played. It was a basketball game. Who played? I could barely see it. I could barely watch the game. It was on what channel was that on? I should have bought tickets, but better not. It probably been good that I didn't. You go to the
Man, I was there,
game?
man. It was such a disappointment,
You went to
bro.
that game? They lost to Toronto.
They lost Emmanuel quickly shooting 15 free throws, and them as a team almost shooting 40 free throws. Shout out to the refs.
They lost.
Y'all
They
should
lost
all
to
be
Toronto.
ashamed of yourselves. All of
They
y'all.
lost to
That was
Toronto.
crazy that officiating in this game. I'm not saying we didn't play bad, but man, the refs really gave them some help in this game. I mean, like the officiator was really, really, really bad. Really
But
That's what we
bad.
see, but
call.
see, I
That's what we
don't, I
calling
don't.
that.
I'm
We
sorry, I didn't
calling
mean
the
to step.
Bucks really bad losing to Toronto. With the rest Waiters lose to Toronto. Oh man, we ain't got no
I,
shot in
I,
the
I gotta,
playoffs.
I gotta. I'm
You
just
see what
saying,
I'm
40
saying,
free
man? Come
throws
on,
is a lot. 40 free throws is a lot.
we can't stay in front of Toronto.
They got a lot of young
Everybody else,
legs.
everybody else in the league did. But
listen, it is what
we,
it is.
It
Gotta
is.
face
I see,
We can't stay in front of young cats no
we can't
more.
stay in front of Toronto. We
No.
can't stay. Everybody else in the league can stay in front of Toronto, but we can't do it.
Right. 15 times
Every
they stayed in
team
front of Toronto.
3 times a season can stay in front of Toronto, but not the Bucks. They getting smashed by Toronto at home.
At home,
I watched the game. I didn't even know who was on Toronto team. I
bro.
did not know one player. Like who's that? Who's that? I mean Barrett, but whatever.
Yeah, Gary
You
Trent
know,
Jr. getting 30
Jerry
pieces.
Jr.
And
looking
when
like Ray
listen, Drake,
Allen. Looking
that's
at
the
they
thing,
was they rested players on the Bucks and still beat them
right?
on
Toronto
the
didn't
road.
even play
On the
strength.
road, they rested their players and still beat the Bucks on the
Toronto
road.
didn't even play at their full strength. Toronto
You know
said,
what?
"Don't
The
worry, y'all."
Bucks, that Doc did not bring the right energy for this team. This team, something's wrong with this team. It's just it is what it is. You can see it. It's been there for day one, and it's just something off. There's something that's not. The hunger's not there. The
Mm-hmm.
passion's not there. The love of basketball is not there. Everybody. Only person I saw love basketball today was Ajax.
Yep.
That dude loved playing basketball. The rest of the team, they in Cancun already. They in Cancun
Man.
already.
Could care
So
less.
they could care less. They care less. They don't. You can tell they don't care. They just out here going through the. They won't run. They won't get back on D. They won't do the basics of basketball. And they know everybody knows the NBA. The league is the hardest. You got to beat fundamentals. Ain't nothing. Like you see in warm ups. Every Brook Lopez. I mean, Giannis be making every three in warm ups. That's how good these players really is. So if you don't do the fundamentals, they gonna kill. Any team can beat you.
Facts.
Anything the Bucks don't want to do none of that. They don't want to do none of that. They just want. They don't. They just like they playing like they at the YMCA or something. So I don't know what we're gonna get from the playoffs, but out of all the teams we've seen in the playoffs, they all look more ready than the Bucks.
Facts. I
They all
agree.
look more ready for the playoffs than the Bucks. The Bucks still look lost. They look like a lost team. They don't know. They don't have an identity yet. They don't play through nobody. They don't know who to play through yet. They just look completely. Doc got they. They don't even have. Now they don't even have offense. They don't even have a great offense anymore. At least that was a part of their identity. They don't have
Right.
anything. They got a middle of the road defense and some bad offense now. So they just lost. They don't know what to hang their hat on. They haven't played together. Like how long has Giannis, Dame, and Middleton played together this whole season? They
Facts.
don't have no chemistry. They and then when they all get together, one of them sit out. It's like y'all don't like each other. Those big three. The problem is with the big three. That we pay them all the money, and we can call Brook Lopez the big four if that's what we calling him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I wouldn't call him no big four. He's just big. He ain't no But the people who get paid the most are getting off with and Doc. Those are the people that's getting overpaid right now. Giannis needs to be a better leader. You gotta get in these boys' chest because these boys ain't playing. If you trying to win a championship, you ain't winning a championship with them. Because they ain't playing hard for you. Only person you can ride with is Ajax at this point.
Right.
They ain't playing hard for you. They ain't playing hard. You running through a wall, they stopping every time and turning it out and turning their back. I mean, Dame, y'all all supposed to work this out. You're supposed to be the offensive juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we pay you for. That's why you making all this money. People need to do what they getting paid to do. Giannis is supposed to be the best player on the court. Supposed to be the leader of the team. He needs to step up and be the leader of the team, the best player on the court. End of story. Dame is paid to be the offensive juggernaut. Be the offensive juggernaut. All this 24 points a game, and all this. No, you were brought here for your offense.
True.
If you don't play good defense, you better play good offense, or
How
what we
many
got you for. You
tonight?
know what I mean? Because at least Drew knew what his role was, and he played that much. He knew at the end of the day he was gonna lock something down.
Right.
That's how Dame need to think. He need to think on the opposite. At the end of the day, I'm gonna score whatever it takes. But he don't come out with that type of energy. Middleton, he just still trying to recover from an injury 3 years ago.
That man
So
always recovering.
he in constant rehab mode. So he ain't never gonna be right. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Like he ain't never
That's
gonna be right.
accurate as hell.
But we just hoping for a good 15 games in the playoffs. A good stretch. That's all we got, right? No, we not gonna make that.
Hold
Bobby
on one
Portis,
second, y'all. Our favorite I've got something to say. Shout out to No Strays ENT. Peace to the panel. I'm just here for my mans with the funny hat and to get my 20 push-ups back.
You're
Damn,
right.
man. You see,
but
I
you know
don't
what, man? We just gotta enjoy. We gotta remember how the Packers was mid-season. And
Right.
it was like they were talking about trade Jordan Love and this, that. That's how the Bucks look now. we just gotta hope they win the next game
Right.
and then get on some type of road because they just don't look like a team that's got it together no more at all. So we
I just
gotta
think
hope
they
that they
checked
go on the
out. Let's
Packer
just
win.
keep it real and say what it is. They've checked out. They just ready for the postseason. I just don't think
Right.
they care. I just want
Yeah,
to be
Right.
real. I don't
that's
think they care. I really don't think they care. If they win or lose, it don't make a difference to them. It's all the same.
I don't think
My
Maybe.
problem with the pack, if I could, right?
Yeah.
Because I think
Yeah.
that's a good comparison up until a certain point. I think the Packers cared, right?
Right.
Particularly on, I do think that they cared. I just think that their defensive coordinator was so AJ or so Coach Griffin that the rest of the players were like, I can't play under this dude, right? You
Right.
had Jair Alexander damn near having mutinies on the football because because they were so bad that he was, I can't play for this dude. Rasul
Right.
Douglas was like, let me out of this team now. Let me go play for somebody, right? The difference between that team and this Bucks team is that this Bucks team could have played for Joe Barry and been just fine because they don't care. That is
They
the
don't
point.
care.
They
So
don't
they could have played for
care.
Joe Perry.
They don't care. They don't care. You walk in your house, somebody is in your house with your wife. You just walk right back out the house. You don't
Right.
care. You
Right.
just
Damn.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't care. You are so soft. We're so soft right now. We're so soft, and we're trying to
Damn.
manufacture
Tough.
that
That was
toughness
tough.
with stupid pseudo tough guy stuff from guys that nobody expect. You knocking people off the ball. That's only putting yourself in more trouble at the end of the game. We don't know how to be tough. We don't know how to play tough, hard-nosed basketball. The main opponents that we have, the teams that we're supposed to be hating, are ones who do it. That's what they shine in.
Jazz, he's
And
washed.
it kills me to say that. Boston knows how to be tough and play within the confines of the rules. Miami knows how to be tough and plays within the confines of the rules. We play like we got blisters all over our feet. We play
Bunions.
like we got arthritis in our knees. We play like we don't really like to play basketball anymore, but we don't know what to do with the rest of our lives. We're still big enough and somewhat athletic enough to collect a paycheck playing basketball, so we might as well do that, but we don't really want to do this anymore,
Yeah,
right?
we just don't
I'm
want to.
too big to go and become a professional librarian. Brooke Lopez wants to,
Right.
but I'm too big for
Work
this,
for
right? And
Disney.
so,
So Mr.
A
So
Disney
Mr. Smith,
mascot.
Mr. Smith,
Yeah,
let me ask you a question. Well, let me kind of turn it a little bit. We all know they're playing bad right now. Pronte is ranting. We're all ranting about
Mm-hmm.
it. It's if it's a cloudy day, it's easy to say it's a cloudy day. If it's raining, it's easy to say it's raining.
right.
And we're all frustrated. But what I think what we have to do is kind of look for the rainbow in the cloud. And here's the fact. They are playing like crap right now. I do not think they care about the regular season anymore. When you look at, between Philly and the Heat, Indiana, they can play any one of those, potentially any one of those teams. I don't think they even care anymore who they play anymore. It is what
Mm-hmm.
it is. I think they just are trying to get to the postseason. And here's the bottom line: the lineup of Dame, Middleton, and Giannis is still one of the best performing starting lineups in the league. It's repeated constantly on shows. They have not. I need us to really take a step back and think about this. They really have not played that much together. And so I think Middleton can play back to backs, but they won't let him. I think it's a soft culture. You need to be building your players for endurance for the playoffs. Now's the time to get them to play some back to backs. If you don't
Facts.
want to play 40 minutes, 35 minutes, play them 20 minutes on a back to back. Play them lower minutes. So I don't think it's that he can't, and I think he looks fully healthy right now. I think we need to stop talking about Middleton is injured. He's not injured right now. He's fully healthy. So I think the
Allegedly.
the rainbow the silver lining is that in the playoffs we're going to get these guys playing together every game.
Right.
Now, from that point, it's going to be up to quote unquote the others. Are they going to step up their game? Are they going to hustle? Are they going to play like they did play for, after Doc took over? There was about a 10-game run where they actually showed they could play some defense. And
Mm-hmm.
we do know, fellas, and Mr. Smith, you know this as a veteran, in the playoffs, the game does slow down,
True.
does become
Certainly.
more of a half court game. And I think you're going to see their competitive advantages shine a little more in the playoffs. You know, I, I know it looks like now. I know what it looks like now. But I really think once they get into the playoffs, all three playing together, and the fact that it becomes more of a half court game, I think they're going to do better then than they're doing now. Much better.
Okay.
I really do.
The
I
only
hope so. I didn't mean to cut you off, Ponte. Go ahead. Go
go
ahead.
ahead, man. I mean, I just they got to slow a team down. Who wants to play? Why would you play slow against the Bucks
Yeah, you're gonna
in the
speed it
playoffs?
up.
You're gonna speed it up because they can't beat you. So who they go? They got to slow the team down. Can they
But
slow the team down?
there's a reason it slows down in the
How
playoffs.
can
There
a
is a
soft team slow a team down?
Do you know why? Do you know why it slows down the playoffs, Pronte? Do you know why it
I'm
slows
just saying,
down?
I'm just asking about the Bucks in particular. How can a soft team slow a team down and they're already slow? If you don't want to put your body on nobody, how you gonna slow them down? The Bucks
Listen,
don't. How you got to be a tough team and play big to slow a team down. The Bucks don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. You can't be a softie. They're not gonna slow down because you want to play slow.
but if we
They're
never
gonna.
saw it, I
I
can
wouldn't do
accept
it
it.
as a coach. I wouldn't say, "Oh,
We
they play slow, we play fast. We make sure we play slow so we can play like them and have them
listen.
be competitive." We're not gonna make
Go
them
back,
competitive.
Bronte. Go
We're gonna
back and
put
watch
good little pads in the
Go
pick
back
and
and watch.
roll, and we're gonna dice them. And
Go
then we're
back.
gonna roll leak outs.
1 second, Pronte. Let B Shack retort. Go
Okay.
ahead, B Shack.
I'm just
Go
saying. I wouldn't.
back. Go back and watch the Thunder game. Go back and watch the Denver game. What I'm saying is, like Doc said when he first came, they showed that when they put their mind to it, when they are focused and locked in, even though they lack athleticism, when they get themselves in the right position, when they're rotating the way they need to, and they play fairly physical, they can play decent defense. And in the playoffs, when you scout teams, when you have your advanced scouts out, and you know what teams' plays are, you know what their plays are. I'm telling you, in the playoffs, it's a different game.
I mean, I know,
Here,
but go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, here's what I honestly think is going to happen, right? I honestly do believe that the Bucks are going to be better in the playoffs, right?
Agreed.
That my concern is not what they're going to look like in the very beginning of the playoffs. I think all of the teams that make it to the playoffs are going to be better, right? My concern is that when a team punches us back, how easy it may be for us to fold because we are getting
Mm.
so uh, comfortable folding to these nothing teams. These habits are habit forming. You have to be mentally tough to be able to hit threes in the clutch to stop an onslaught from another team, right? You have to be mentally tough. You got to be able to be focused in on the details to be able to run a fairly complex play against another tough team, a team that's putting up a tough defense, to be able to run through screens, to be able to
Facts.
say, all right, this is where I'm supposed to be. All of that takes mental energy. And yes, I do think that the Bucks are going to have more energy for the playoffs, but what happens when another team smacks back? This is a team that not just this year, but for the last couple of years have developed into a really good front running team. And this
Correct.
entire season, I've been looking for evidence to find, can we punch back when another team is punching back. And now I'm just left to hope because they're not showing it to me. I have to really rack my brain. I've been watching basketball a long time. I got to really rack my brain to think about a team that backed into the playoffs and ended up Miami. Okay, so I guess I didn't have to look that hard, right? Miami went
Golden
to
State.
and Golden State, right? But let's look at Miami. Miami last year barely scraped by the Hawks in that play-in tournament, and then turned into Super Saiyan version of Miami or whatever. Went all the way to. That's what we have to hope that the Bucks can become. And
I like the positive spin.
Honestly, I'm hoping, and I'm looking for good news, right? Because it doesn't serve me well as a Bucks fan to just give up now, right? You know what I mean? So I'm looking for anything that's gonna. But do you honestly think that this team can just click on and stay on? Because Miami wasn't just tough. Miami was tough front running. Miami was tough coming from behind. If you remember that series,
Tough in general, just tough. Period.
Just tough. We're tough when it comes to front running. Right. But let another team start running at us and that's what I mean. It's hard. I'm a Milwaukee fan, but I'm a New York native, right? There's just some things that I do not fundamentally accept in my DNA. I don't accept this soft shit. I don't. Like, and this stuff, some of this stuff that I'm seeing right now, the crowd would have let you know. Get this bum off the court. Get him off. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. They do that in Madison Square Garden. Get this dude out of here. We would have shamed you into playing better. You can't come on the court. Get him out of here. The next time I see Pat Connaughton fly over and do absolutely nothing and give somebody in the second row high five, and the person that he was supposed to be defending hits another uncontested three, we just gonna hold you and keep you in the crowd because that's where you belong. Sit down next to me. Me, Smith, I got one ACL left. And you and I play about the same speed. So sit down next to me. And you can get paid by the Bucks as much as I'm getting paid by the Bucks, which is diddly squat. Because that's how much you're contributing to the team. And that's what we need to do. Start letting these people know. How much is it? How much is a ticket to go see the Bucks play right now? Because you guys in Milwaukee, you get to see them.
Yeah, it's really, it depends, but you lose around $60.
$60. Next time you think about going to a Bucks game, go into the bathroom, take $60, flush it right down the toilet. Because that's what you're getting right now. Your team did not beat the Raptors. Your team did not beat the Raptors. The Raptors who were sitting players. Your team did not beat the Memphis Grizzlies who did not have Ja Morant. Your team just lost to the Wizards, and you could think of 5 of your homeboys that could have beat the Wizards.
Facts.
I guarantee you could have thought about, if you thought long and hard enough, like, yeah, Mikey that I went to college with, and you could have thought about 5 dudes that could have beat the Wizards. Your team is losing to them. Your team is losing to them. The next time you got $60 in your pocket, you don't have nothing better to do with $60. You don't want to take your old lady out or whatever to the restaurant. Just go into the bathroom and flush it down the toilet. That's what your Bucks are doing to you right now. We are absolutely better than this, but we don't want to be better than this. And that is the problem. It's a desire thing. So we have all the ability in the world.
A passion.
That's what makes it more frustrating. I think I'd be less pissed off if I really thought that my team was like, all right, what's a lack of talent thing? But we are very talented. They just don't want to.
I think the only way to turn it around, though, because I personally, I don't think it was an Adrian Griffin issue.
Players.
I don't think it's a Doc issue. I think it's the play. It's the players. And like I said earlier, I love Giannis, but this is the time we need a different type of leader. He needs to grab people by lapels. And this is the time when you kick all the coaches out, kick them all out the locker room, and you say, players only meeting, and you look each person in the face, and y'all say what you gotta say. You get whatever you gotta say off your chest. Don't let nothing, no private thoughts about the way you're playing stay in your mind. You speak it, and you get people's faces. From this point on, we're gonna play Bucks basketball. And if you don't, you're gonna be accountable. We're gonna hold you accountable. If you miss assignments, if you miss a rotation, we're gonna get in your face right there on the court. I think right now it's a culture issue, man. I think I don't know what,
Mm.
It is. It's
but the
culture.
culture
Yep.
changed, man, and
That's
it got
great
really
statement.
weak.
Great
I
statement.
watched I watched PJ Tucker. I watched PJ Tucker last night. Did you watch the I watched the end of the I guess the Clippers versus Denver, right? Clippers won the game. When I saw the defense that PJ played on the Joker, and I saw how intense he was, how fired up he was, and how he refused to let Joker get where he wanted to on the court, I was like, Dad, we missing that, man.
Mm-hmm.
We missing that. And so also is Pat Bev, is he wasn't on the bench tonight, was he? Was he on the bench?
I don't know. I didn't even see it, but I know he's sitting. They resting him too because of the hand injury.
Yeah. I think the players got to come together, man. I don't think it really has anything to do with Doc. I think Giannis, uh, somebody, man, the NASA, somebody. Well, it needs to be Giannis. I think right now, I think the only person on this team, from what I can tell, that will get in a player's face, sort of,
Bobby.
is Middleton.
Really?
Middleton
Yeah.
pulls dudes aside all the time, man, and be like, "Yo, calm down," or "What you doing?" You know, he's supposed to be over here, he's supposed to be over there. But I think it's got to be Giannis, man. I think it's
I
got to
just
be
think
Giannis. It's
he'll
got to
get
be the
Middleton
players.
face
Yeah, first thing
when he
they gonna
start.
say is Middleton. Can you play tomorrow, brother? Why are you telling me what to do? Like, can you play
He'll get
tomorrow,
Middleton
brother?
face. He'll get
Yeah,
street
can you
clothes
play
See,
face.
back to backs? Don't come over here
see,
telling me nothing. I
see,
don't
for
like
me,
your smile.
go one, I go one step
Little bitch
right.
on the bench, Middleton. All right,
I go one
that
step
little
further,
pretty
right.
play.
This is
He
just
be
some
out the
life
half the
advice
season.
for people
That dude, Middleton is the
this
biggest
is
one.
some life advice for people who are in relationships, right? If you worked hard in the very beginning to get your significant other, all the things that you got, I'm speaking from my own point of view, all
Right.
the things that you did to get this young lady to look at you beyond everyone else in the club, everyone else in the crowd, whatever, and you get that young lady, whatever. Minute she, y'all have moved in, you're committed, you start having children, you stop doing all the things that it took to get her. Don't be
Mm.
mad when she steps out. She's not, you're not obligated to stay with anyone for the rest of your life. For me, this is not a player thing. The players are too comfortable in Milwaukee right now. The crowd needs to start letting you people know this is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing my cool with this team. This is garbage. I don't know who you guys think you are, but every team in the Eastern Conference is faster than you. Every team in the Eastern Conference has 3 to 4 more guys who can dunk over Brook Lopez. You guys need to go above and beyond to compete. To compete. That's a real thing. I
Yeah.
don't mean to keep sounding like I'm picking on certain people or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but we were already behind the 8 ball when it comes to athleticism. It didn't mean that
Right.
we were going to
Facts.
lose, but you're already behind the 8 ball. That means you have to be way better intellectually to be
Yes.
able to go to the heights that you want to go to. And I'm not seeing it. But the crowd will get up there and say, Bobby, Bobby, for doing what? When is the crowd going to tell Bobby how they really feel when he's getting technical fouls in the game, closing
Right.
Yeah,
minutes of a game,
yeah.
and
Hey,
costing us the game? When is the crowd going to start letting Pat Connaughton know that this defense worked on a collegiate level, and that was the last time that it worked, bro?
Gee,
And you
get the
keep
likes up,
doing it.
Mr. Smith. Hey, man, Mr.
You
Smith in his
keep
bag.
doing
Get the
it.
likes up. He cooking.
When is the crowd? Let's go more uncomfortable here, right? When is the crowd going to start letting Damian Lillard know that it's been close to 70 games, bro? No more excuses. How many times are you going to drive to the paint
Right.
with
And then
no
try
clear
to kick it
idea
out.
of what you're going to do and pass right into a turnover, and then do this, and then take 50 minutes to get down to the other end of the court and defend? Because you're one of the top 75 guys, so you don't have to pay that level of intensity anymore. When is the
Yeah.
crowd going to start letting Beasley know that if you're not shooting threes, you're useless, bro?
Get off the court.
See, then we allow stuff like this. No
Mr.
strays,
Smith,
ENT.
Mr.
Or,
Smith, you
oh,
like
1
me.
second, B
You
Shack.
like me, right?
Oh,
You're
1
from
second,
New
B
York,
Shack. Let me
right?
just get his super
There
chat
you
real
go.
quick. Hold on 1
There
second,
you
B Shack. No strays, ENT.
Right.
Favorite op. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Bucks fans be like, oh, on the bright side, the Bucks still 47-0 in games that they win. Bucks in 6.
Mr. Smith,
go.
Mr. Smith, you're from Queens, right?
Queens.
Okay, I'm from the Bronx. First of all, you gotta check out the Mark Jackson Kenny Smith interview today on Mark Jackson's podcast. Awesome. All right.
Oh.
But if they play like this in New York for New York fans, what do you think would happen?
Okay, so let me tell you this. I'll tell you this in a story. Go back, way back to when the Knicks were playing the Rockets in the finals, right? Because we talking New York stories. So for the people who are not from New York, we're gonna bring you in, right? Knicks were playing the Rockets in the finals. I think that went to 7 games, right? In the 7th game, right? What's it, Charles Smith? I think his name is Charles Smith was under the basket, and was pulling a Bobby Portis routine. Right, man is 6'10", close to 7 feet. Would not, for the life of him, go up and dunk the ball. Kept trying to lay the ball up. Kept missing. Kept missing. Hakeem Olajuwon gets back into play. Eventually, they get the rebound. The Rockets go down to the other end of the court and they score. The Rockets end up losing that or winning that game. Fast forward like a month out of the playoffs. Charles Smith is on Jones Beach out there in Queens, thinking that he was the man. They legitimately ran this dude off the beach. They ran him off the beach. Jones Beach is out there by Far Rockaway. Far Rockaway dude said, "Who did you think you was?" and ran him off the beach. I'm not advocating for that. That's just thuggery, right? But that's what happened. That's legitimately what happened.
Yeah, we got to start holding this team accountable. We definitely got to hold them accountable. But I think everyone is feeling like they just checked out the regular season, y'all. I really feel like they on cruise control. I think they can turn it on. If they have the faith in it, let them show me.
I just want to, man. I don't know. I just haven't seen a good Bucks team version of the Bucks for like 5 games this year. You know, we saw that after the All-Star break, they look like a real good team. 5 games. It's almost 82 games in the season, so that tell you what we've been seeing all year. A whole bunch of roller coaster downs and ups. But we don't know what we're going to get out of the Bucks team. We don't even know what this team do well. I don't know what they do well. I don't know. I just don't know. We don't know what the Bucks do well. And the Bucks don't seem to know what they do well. And that's the problem. The problem that then they got to be concerned about it. But every team has an identity in the playoffs, but the Bucks. Whether they don't got the talent, but they know what they're gonna do. They know the players they're gonna run. They know who they running the offense through. They know what defenses they playing. You know, the Bucks don't know what they doing. They don't even know who gonna play. They know what
they doing. They chucking threes.
They don't even know who gonna play next game.
That's what they doing. Chucking threes.
They don't know. They don't know who. That's all they do. That they know they're gonna do, but they don't know who's gonna play next game. You know, they don't know who's gonna suit up. They don't have a solid rotation. They don't know I'm telling you, this team is if they gonna play. If they play any one of those teams,
you don't know what to expect when you mix these chemicals together. Bucks,
they just and
you don't know what's about to happen.
We just seeing some bombs like that blew up. You know, we seen Bobby Portis miss 100 layups. Was that this game or last game?
This game, every game he tricking layups, dummy.
It was that this game.
Yeah,
he did that this game. This dude missed 10 layups in a row, right by the bat. That was crazy. I mean.
How far are they gonna go in the playoffs? You think they're gonna get knocked out in the first round?
Nah.
If they play Miami or if they play Miami or Philly, they absolutely will. Because them teams know who they run their offense through. Them teams know the plays they run. They just know what they gonna do, and then they know what they're gonna do to the Bucks. The Bucks don't know what they're gonna do to no team. Facts. They couldn't even stop Toronto. They couldn't stop the Wizards. They couldn't stop. They lost twice to Memphis in the second half of the season. Like that's crazy. Without John Moran, they benched in the second game, and we still lost. And so it's like, man, we looking odd. We looking strange. We looking real strange right now. We are looking like. Remember you said we looking like the Eagles. Mm-hmm. We looking like the Eagles.
For real, like the Eagles.
Looking just like the Eagles. We saw what happened to them.
Right, and that's my only worry.
Is we did this last year. Where is the we again when you lose like that? For me, I can't speak for everybody else, but when we lost like that, I legit could not watch basketball
Facts.
until the end. I didn't want to. Was
I
it was
probably won't.
gross.
I'm gonna watch. I
Yeah,
probably won't watch it either because they're gonna
you
be
know what
talking about
I
the
mean?
Bucks failing all
Right.
season, off season, as they should though,
And,
because they.
and when we lost like that, I'm thinking, there's no way we don't come and just absolutely destroying teams by 30 points. And this was before we got Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Damian Lillard, and I fed right into the hype.
Yeah.
And foolishly, right? Because an intelligent person would have said, all right, it's going to take them a minute to kind of
Right.
get on the same. This is the longest minute ever. They're still not on the same page. They're still not on the same
Yeah,
page. Not
they
consistent.
still don't.
Let
They
me let
still like
y'all
this.
get y'all last
They're like,
words. I gotta go handle some in a few minutes
my
here,
bad,
y'all.
my
But
bad, my
let's
bad.
start with
This
Mr. Dr. Smith. Finish your statement. Then we gonna go to the great B Shack and then Pronte. Go
my
ahead,
bad,
sir.
Dr. Smith. My bad, Dr. Smith. My bad. The Bucks.
Right.
That's
It's
the
a whole
Bucks
bunch of my
commercial. My bad.
exactly. I
I'll get
feel
them
like
next time. Young blood. When I catch one down the court. I got you. My bad. My bad. You see that all game? You be like, what? Man,
oh
come
my
on,
God,
man.
put your
Y'all
hands up.
tripping.
I'm rap. Me personally, I feel like our plan A when it comes to when we have all of our guys on the court, I do still believe, and maybe I'm a fool for doing this. I do still believe that our plan A is a good plan A, not a perfect plan A. And there are certainly other teams that have a better plan A. Our primary plan of attack against teams, I do think is good. My concern, and it's growing every day, is the plan B and the plan C that you're going to have to go to. Because
Yep.
as the playoffs get harder, teams get better at taking you out of what you want to do. Can you adjust and dig down and fight? The last time we saw the Bucks, don't tell me about a championship we won a couple of years ago. I love the fact that we won. We can't live off that for the rest of our lives. I
Correct.
certainly hope not. Right. So the last time we saw the Bucks in a game of consequence, we lost 4-1 in a series where we were winning damn near every game we played. Because when the Heat punched us in the face, we had no plan B. And I'm concerned that we had an entire season. We went and got who we were told was one of the best closers in NBA history to help us with this. We had an entire season to work on plan B. In the very beginning of the season, it looked like that's all we were doing. Because we didn't have a plan A at all, right? We let
Facts.
everybody get on us by 20 points. Everybody. And then we were just, I guess, like practicing our fourth quarter. These days, we flipped the script. We've gone right back to being who we were. We make goofy, stupid, silly, dumb mistakes in the very end, and I'm getting worried. I don't truly believe we are as bad as the last 3 games, but I'm getting worried about us being able to compete with the true juggernauts of the East. I don't
agree
think
with
that
you.
we're a true juggernaut anymore. It's concerning. I hope they prove me wrong.
On you, B
That's my
Shack. Appreciate you. You on you, B Shack?
Well, I probably am the eternal optimist. I I just have too much emotionally invested in this team this year. I have stayed up too many nights. I have lost too much sleep trying to watch their
Facts.
game.
Talk to him. That pain, putting in that pain. Putting
I
in
spent
that pain.
too much time checking my phone and seeing who's playing, looking at injured lists, all type of stuff. I'm ashamed of myself. I spent too much time on this team this year because I truly felt like when we got Dame, I was like, "Yo,
It's a
go
wrap.
get the rings made."
Right.
It's a,
Get the sizing. Go ahead and start sizing. Right.
it's truly been a disappointment.
Yeah,
It's
agreed.
a disappointment, and I just have to hope that, as we say in the church, that even though it's a long, stormy night, joy comes in the morning.
I
I
like
just got,
that. I like
I just
that. I
that
like that.
that something is going to turn around, and if it doesn't,
Mm-hmm. There it is.
if this team goes out in the first round, everything the Bucks think they are, everything they thought they believed, all of their status, the 75, top 75 player, the MVP, this and
Loses its
that.
luster. Loses its luster.
Everything's gonna be in question.
Yeah.
Everything. They better get it together because everything, if they bow out like they did last year, a number one seed losing to an eighth seed, even though they're a 2 seed this year,
Right.
if they out in the first round, their world's gonna change.
Yeah, agreed.
See it.
No, I'm with you. Appreciate you, B Shack. On you, Pronte. Let's wrap it up. It's on you, Pronte.
I mean, this team's apathetic. They're completely apathetic. They care less. They play with apathy. That's what they play. They play with straight apathy. They go in, punch the clock, and go home. That's how they play. That's the team. That's the
That's a
team we
great
see.
statement. See, man,
Because they just do so apathetic. They just go on to work. It's just a job for them. They care less about the results. That's how they play.
Damn.
That's how they plan. They go home happy. They did what they did. They worked for the day. They put their hour or two in. They go home. They got paid.
Right.
That's
No
how they play.
overtime, no
No
extra work.
overtime, none of that. Look, we're gonna
Right.
put up, do what we need to do. And I was just like, man, this is an apathetic team. I mean, we keep saying the team has low IQ players, and we got the oldest team in the league. That's an oxymoron. That's crazy.
Right.
Like
Right.
that's
Yeah,
like,
hey, my man, hey, get the likes up. Go ahead, Pronte. Finish it. Go
you
ahead.
see what I'm
finish.
saying? Like that doesn't make sense to have those two go together. And here we are saying that every game, every other game. This is a low IQ team.
It is.
But we got the oldest team in the league. It shouldn't be. It just shouldn't be. So we gotta start looking at this. John Horse. You probably gone, brother. You can't have the oldest team in the
Right.
league. Make the dumbest plays in the league, and then they don't want to hold people accountable. Like, no, this is the first time. This is the first game they actually benched somebody. They benched Brook Lopez and
Right.
Beasley.
Right.
That was the first game the whole season. That should have happened 60 games ago.
Agree.
Right.
That should have happened 60 games ago. You should have been just because they was playing bad. They should have been bitched because they've been doing that for 60 games and being entitled and act like you owe them minutes. You don't owe them nothing. Embarrass them. They embarrassing you. Embarrass them. They out there not running your scheme, talking stuff, not hustling, not running back in the world, then doing this. Sit them on the bench. Embarrass them. They out there embarrassing Milwaukee.
For the content.
You see what I'm saying?
Right, it's all it is.
My bad, coach. I get you in that spot next time.
One second.
Same spot. You looking like, yeah, okay. Yeah, y'all playing with me. They playing with Milwaukee. They playing because they're my bad team. My bad.
They're my bad team.
That's all you see.
Appreciate you, Pronte. Right, that's it. That's how we should come on the lines and just start doing this right here.
4 layups in a row with nobody holding them.
Oh man, appreciate you, Pronte.
NBA player did that. That was crazy. But we just at least stay in the playoffs. We got some more games to watch.
Thank you for ending on a positive note. There we go.
Got some
right
there. And I'm just gonna channel my Packer energy.
Okay, there we go. Shout out to
my bad team.
All right, okay, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
You gotta go. I know you gotta go. I know. I don't want to.
No, go ahead. I just gotta get this puppy out here. I just don't want him to shame my kitchen. Go ahead.
Who do you think we pick up at 25? What do you think we trade or trade back? Who do you think we pick up?
They said we're supposed to get that center. I forgot his name. The 7'4" dude. He was hooping in the.
No, in the NFL draft.
Oh, the NFL draft. Oh, I thought you were talking about the NBA. I think we should get another offensive lineman if possible. I think our defense is pretty straight. I would just shore up the offensive line. We got to have a real replacement for Bakhtiari. Or, just to shore up or center, we just need to shore up that line. Because if we got a good O-line, Love is going to cook. He going to have his apron on all year.
Yeah.
Something to be excited.
Yeah, I
'Cause the
think
Bucks,
we'll be good.
I think the Bucks gonna have a good playoffs showing.
There
You
we
know,
go. There we go. I think they winning the chip.
that's all. I think they gotta get some competitive nature in them somewhere. I mean, they
Right.
haven't been competitive all year. They haven't
the
acted like
crowd,
athletes, huh? They just.
the crowd. Let them know.
I mean,
Milwaukee
they
doesn't
got to
look
be competitive.
that
They haven't
big.
been a competitive team. They haven't competed. They had
Right.
talent. They haven't actually competed and really went out there and just put it all on the court. They haven't did that for one game, I don't think. So you know, we gonna see what they do in the playoffs, but they're gonna have the matchups
We're
they
gonna see how
deserve.
they play Sunday.
And then who they play Sunday?
Knicks.
Oh, my
Uh,
bad.
Well,
My
we'll
bad.
actually lose.
My
all
bad.
They're not gonna
right,
they're not
y'all.
gonna make the Knicks.
Appreciate y'all, man.
They're
Appreciate
not,
Salute,
y'all.
they're
salute,
not gonna
salute.
make the
Hey,
Knicks.
salute. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday, gentlemen. All right, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate the positive spin at the end, though. Shout out to y'all. That's what I'm talking about. We just know this team could be better than what they are, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Bucks Nation. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Hey, Brandon, you want to tap in before I get up out of here, bro? I got about 3 minutes. Hey, Brandon, you still in the chat? You can tap in, bro. I'm gonna give you a minute here because I see you in the chat before. If not, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna tap you in early in the next live, Brandon. Make sure you wear the hoodie because I'm sure you're ready to cook, sir. Let me get the no stray. Shout out to the favorite. Appreciate that. Shout out to Tito. He said, yeah, we want to keep your blood pressure down, bro. No strays. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Our favorite Bucks fans be like, on the bright side, the Nasus can become the second player in NBA history to score 40,000 points if he scores 37,000 points tomorrow. Bro, why? Why do you like stepping on us when we down? You love kicking our back in, but I gotta respect it because if we was playing better, you wouldn't be allowed to do it. All right, Brandon, you got about 2 minutes, bro. Let me tap you in. All right, Brandon, you got about 2 minutes. Let's go, bro.
They play Nick Sunday.
Right.
Sunday. Hey, what's up, man?
What
Sorry
up,
about that.
bro? Yeah, you got about 2 minutes, bro. I gotta handle this business before something go crazy. So you got the floor, bro. Go ahead. You lagging a little bit, but it's all good. Go ahead,
Hey,
Brandon.
okay. So, hey, Jack. I'm glad to see Ajax. I want to see Ajax in the game more.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I think this team doesn't care, right? Like what everybody's saying. I
Mm-hmm.
think this team doesn't care about the regular season.
Yeah, they're
So,
checked out, man. Brandon, they're checked out. These dudes think about something completely different. Go ahead, Brandon. You right.
I think we're going to have how many games we're going to have 3 and 4?
Mm-hmm.
I
How many
think,
games left? I don't know. It don't even matter. They don't care. Why should we? Go ahead, Brandon.
I think Giannis not playing. We all know that. I think this team, I agree with everyone.
All right,
I think this team has to get younger.
yeah, that's really it. We got to get younger and play with some passion. But we did see Ajax hoop today, though, Brandon. So I'm hoping now he can get some minutes. Cause Crowder, what y'all be calling the Jay Crowder, Sour Crowder? Yeah, Sour Crowder. He's trash. He should be next to Thanasis or Robin Lopez.
I think Todd needs to wake up and start using his best and start putting some young guys in.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of, we all want to see Martian play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of he having backdraft room and everything and something like that. Like, Todd needs to do something.
Marjan will give you more than what Beasley doing right now and what Crowder doing. So I completely agree with you, Brandon. Completely agree with you, bro. So like let's just wait till let's just see how they play Sunday.
I
And hopefully they play with a little bit more energy since that's a playoff caliber team. I expect a little bit more of an effort.
I think what they said, now the boy got younger, the back now we need to start getting younger.
Yeah, that's the next move. No, yeah, it's natural progression. No, I think no matter what happens this season, we're gonna reboot and get younger. There's no other way. So I'm with you 100% on that, Brandon. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. And shout out to your man that had the tile with the Bucks logo. Salute to him too. I see. Okay, I see you. All right, Brandon. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. All right, bro. All right, go. Go, my man Brandon. Salute to Brandon. I had to make sure my man tapped in before the end. Respect to you, Brandon. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll see y'all Sunday after the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to that. I gotta think about it. These dudes got me tight. These dudes really got me tight. I'm gonna debate if I'm gonna go to that game or not. But salute to Bucks Nation. If you haven't already, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share the content. Once again, if you are a Bucks fans, this is your number one source for Bucks news. This is the number one Bucks chat on YouTube. There's no debating about either one of those statements. That is fact. And what we call ourselves here is friends and family. So if you know the Bucks fans, let them know where to come and get this content. Feel free to tap in. The link is always in the live. I'm always going to read the comment. This is all about interacting with Bucks fans, and that's why I always say that it's friends and family. So if you got other people you want to bring into the Friends and Family Network, please share the content, y'all. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks Trades, Rumors, and News live edition, where we just talked about the debacle that happened at Fiserv Forum in front of friends and family between the lowly Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks, where the Bucks lost at home. Score doesn't matter. We should never lose to these scrubs. All you need to know is that Gary Trent Jr. had 31, and that should tell you enough. We will bounce back. We will win the title. And I guarantee you see a completely different Bucks team in the playoffs. They are definitely phoning this regular season in. And maybe that's some old man stuff, but I expect a lot better performance from this team in the playoff. Don't worry about no early exits. We not going to get kicked out early. We will do what we supposed to do and raise that banner at Fiserv Forum. Believe in this team. Don't let this mirage of what you're seeing now shake your pride or shake your confidence in this team. This team is a playoff-ready team, and I do think we'll see the best version of this team in the playoff. Always remember, Bucks fans, all this year we've been beating all the good teams and losing to the scrub teams. There is no scrub teams in the playoffs. Always remember that. You Google our record against the elite teams, it's like 60-70% winning percentage. Keep that in mind. When it's for real, we play for real. If we don't take you seriously, we just not gonna play. It's just what it is. So that's why I feel very confident in the playoffs, because they'll be motivated for every game. So just keep the positivity. We're still going to critique this team as we enter the playoffs, but let's just keep that in a perspective of how well we play against quality competition. So put that in your hat and know that for going into the playoffs that we will be straight, because we've shown we can be straight. So salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in on the Vampire stream. We do this after every live, usually directly after the game. If I'm at the game, give me like 20 minutes. I don't stay far from the Fiserv Forum, and then we go live. So appreciate y'all tapping in. Comment, like, subscribe, share the content. Gone. We're going to be all right, Bucks Nation. Sometimes you got to go through something to get to something. This team is going through a lot of turmoil, a lot of change this year, and we still here. We still in the playoffs, so it ain't over till it's over. Please don't lose your faith in this team. We have enough to win the championship, and I still believe in this team, and you should too. Don't quit on us, y'all. But we do need to hold this team accountable going to the playoffs. But I do feel 100% that we're going to see Super Saiyan Milwaukee Bucks as soon as the playoffs start. I guarantee y'all. Be patient. I know I've been saying that, but we got to get some positive spin, because we're going to make our bones in the playoff. Regular season don't matter. We've been great in the regular season for many years, and it didn't lead to no championships, except for the one. So now maybe we go in like this, it might be a little bit yield different results. So stay positive, Bucks Nation. That's all I can say. Go on.